If you sell cash packages in your private practice, then you have to know how to make those super bills correctly, not just to protect yourself legally, but to help your patients get maximum reimbursement for your services, which is often a big factor in whether or not they say yes to your offer and your package, as well as stay a lifelong customer. And in this episode, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it right. Hi, my name is Jared Carter. I'm a physical therapist, a successful cash-based practice owner since 2010, and the creator of the Private Pay Profit Formula. I help my healthcare colleagues just like you to create your own concierge, out-of-network, or cash-based practices so that you can end reliance on greedy insurance companies, reclaim your profits in your future, and provide a level of care you are ultimately proud of. So if you're new here, consider subscribing to this channel because I put free trainings like this out frequently, and they always have a free resource designed to help you get results faster. And the free resource for this episode is my cash-based PT Superbill template and out-of-network coverage guide. And you can pick up your copy completely for free at drjaredcarter.com/episode 42. Okay, let's dive in. So one of my most popular videos on this topic is titled The Top 4 Out-of-Network and Superbill Tips. And in that, I've had a number of comments or questions, and one of them was about, well, how do we apply this to packages that accurately reflect the discount that we provide in the package? Because I know that there have been a lot of practices out there selling packages, and they just give the person a receipt at the very beginning or when they make that purchase, expecting that that's enough. Yes, you should give them a receipt, especially if they request one, that shows the total that they paid, but they cannot use that as a super bill or as a part of a self-claim. You can't actually submit anything that hasn't already occurred. So every date of service, as you're giving them those package appointments, then they're going to be getting super bills for each of those, or if you're lucky, they'll just get one super bill with all of them listed at the very end of the package. And then that can be submitted as a super bill as part of a self-claim. But it's really important how you line it out for them to make sure that it doesn't get kicked back by the insurance companies, and that you're also following legal guidelines and best practices. And if you click through and see that other video on kind of my super bill tips, it's really, really important, I'll repeat it here, that we always operate from a single fee schedule. That fee schedule we can discount from based on our standard operating procedures, whether it's for packages, for sliding scale, for mates rates, for the difference between a 60-minute and a 30-minute video. But you have to have that per CPT code charge for each of your CPT codes has to be the same regardless. When it's listed on there as a data service, your manual therapy is always, let's say, $50. Your therapeutic exercise is always $60, whatever the case. So again, definitely download my free guide. It's going to actually line out what a super bill looks like and how we do it in my practice. So you have that to look at as I'm explaining this. And again, you can go to drjaredcarter.com/episode 42 to get that free download. Okay, so let's say you're doing full hour sessions and you're selling 5-session packages and 10-session packages, and somebody buys a 10-session package. And let's say, just for simple math, you're using 4 codes, or kind of 4 15-minute CPT code units per appointment, right? Your normal price on those appointments is $200, but when they buy a 10-pack, it's giving them, let's say, $10 off of each session. Now, as they come in for each session, and at whatever time they request a super bill so that they can send in a self-claim for whatever sessions they've done so far, you're going to have a date of service for each one. Just like your regular super bills, you're going to have your 4 units listed out, or maybe it's 2 units manual and a couple other units, but each one of those add up, and it's the same price per unit as a regular super bill. To give that package discount to reflect that and make sure that it's showing, hey, this is what the patient actually paid, because it'd be insurance fraud if you let them send in something that said they paid $200 when they only paid $190 for that session. So that's important. So if your software or your platform allows you to do line item discounts on a per date of service basis, that makes it a little simpler, a little easier, but some of them don't, and some people are using spreadsheets and they're just putting it in, kind of manually. And so whatever the case may be, you want to have a subtotal that adds up to as if you were charging full rate. So let's break it down into 2 scenarios. One where you have the ability to do a line item discount on each date of service, and one where you can't do that, but you have to do one line item discount at the very bottom of the super bill. So if you can do it on a per date of service, it's pretty simple. You've got your 4 units that add up to your full price that you would normally charge. Then you have a line item discount, saying like 10 package session discount or whatever you want to name it, doesn't matter. That takes the $10 off. And then the $190 instead of $200 is what comes down to that subtotal or to the total at the bottom. So that's the way you do it if you can do it on each date of service. If not, and you have to do it just once at the bottom, you're just gonna have that same name, like 10 session package discount, X 6 sessions or X 6 dates of service or whatever the case may be. Then it would be, say if it was 6, it would add up to a $60 discount. And then your total is gonna be the same as if you were doing it on a per date of service, right? So you just wanna make sure that you reflect that discount in some way or another as a line item discount from what you would normally charge for that full hour session. Now, that's simple enough, right? A little bit of a wrench gets thrown in it. If you're a practice like mine where we have 60-minute sessions and 30-minute sessions, our 60-minute sessions are $195, our 30-minute sessions are $125, right? Our 30-minute sessions are 2 CPT code units, and our 1-hour sessions are 4 units. Now, obviously, we're charging more on a per minute basis for our 30-minute sessions. However, we can't change the charge per CPT code between those two. They have to stay the same on all our Superbills across all of our patients. And the reason that we charge more is because, you know, we want them to go for the full hour session, more revenue, but we also, there's higher administrative burden, both admin and for the clinician with charting and whatnot, if you're doing 2 sessions within an hour rather than 1, right? So I think it makes sense to charge more for your half-hour sessions than your full hour sessions, and it makes sense to have 2 options. So it's not like, hey, are you gonna work with us or not? It's which one do you want? Do you want a 60-minute session or a 30-minute session, right? So for a lot of reasons, it makes sense to do this, but legally you need to have your CPT code stay the same on the Superbill. So the way we do it is our half-hour sessions are 2 units, is $125, so that's double that is $250. So on our Superbills, if you look at our full hour sessions, the total that the CPT codes add up to is $250. Then we have a line item discount that's a full hour session discount that brings it down to $195, right? So that's how we keep the CPT code charges the same, but we can charge more per minute for our 30-minute sessions, right? Now, let's extrapolate that into a package sale issue. If you're that kind of practice like mine and you're selling packages, which we do, then you're gonna ultimately need to have 2 line item discounts. Because again, your full hour sessions on those package Superbills, they're still gonna need to say $250 for the full hour, right? But then they're gonna say full hour session discount brings it down to $195 in our case. And then let's say it's a $10 off that session for your package. Then you would have a second 10-pack discount that brings it down another $10, right? Then that adds up correctly down at the total at the bottom. So in summary, CPT codes always have to remain the same across all your Superbills and all your patients. And then you're gonna use line item discounts to properly reflect your discounts for packages, as well as a discount for someone that's maybe seen you for an hour rather than just 30 minutes. I hope this helps. Let me know if you had any questions or confusion in the comments. We'll make sure you get it straight. Again, there's a really, really useful resource on this topic. If you're in the cash pay world or have any cash pay services that you're adding to your practice, you really got to know this stuff for so many different reasons. So go to drjaredcarter.com/episode 42 and make sure you scroll down a little bit, download that free resource on out-of-network billing and cash-based Superbill templates. And I will see you in the next episode.